Hello and welcome. Please pay attention in this video. We're going to teach you how to get access to maximum amounts of funding at 0%. All right. If you're interested in increasing your credit, getting maximum funding, creating multiple streams of income, this is the video and you're in the right place. All right. I'm here with Gino. Gino is like the tip of the spear when it comes to the financial industry, getting funding, talking to banks, leveraging credit to get maximum amount of funding, and really just like change people's lives. So Gino has actually used this strategy himself to acquire, millions of dollars worth of assets. He's had Marvel Solutions, a credit repair company, for a long time now, and done this for multiple people. And now we're all coming together to create Credit Leverage X, which is going to help you get the maximum amounts of funding.
No, absolutely. This has been a method or a strategy that I've used to acquire, cash flowing assets, being able to use credit as a leverage.
And before we get into the presentation, I just want you to know, the reason you need to work with us is because we don't have time to jack around and screw around. This is a serious thing where we can actually change your life in just a matter of short months of working with us. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, and we're literally bringing it all together to take you from where you are right now to increase your credit score, get you maximum amount of funding, and then even help you use that money properly to get where you want to go in life. So this is a game changer for anybody out there who's ever felt like they were stuck, wanted to get a business off the ground, wanted to scale a business, wanted to buy real estate, wanted to start investing. This is where you start, and we are just super excited to bring this to you. So be sure to pay attention, maybe take some notes. Without further ado, let's get into it. Didn't have the best name, but I figured the No BS guide to getting you maximum funding. Now, I'm also going to deliver you a ton of value in this. So this isn't just like a presentation slides for BS. This is I'm going to give you the sauce. I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to do to get funding. And then you're going to understand by the end of this call why you should work with us. Because even if you know everything, having a team doing this for you and working with you, we are going to become your funding partners, is what's going to be the biggest game changer. All right. In this short video, I'm going to share with you how to get $100,000 plus at 0% interest business credit. Even if you don't own a business, and you can use this credit however you see fit. Even if you don't have a business, or you do have a business and you need access to funds, this is going to work for you. The reason that this kind of funding is just so valuable is if you're trying to start a business or scale your business, or you just want to become an entrepreneur, you don't have to give up equity. Okay. So I've started a lot of businesses where in order to get the capital to do anything, you have to give up equity in your business. And you don't need to do that in this case anymore. You're able to leverage your own credit as well as increase your credit score to be able to leverage your credit really fast. And you're going to be able to get 0% interest on your money, which means this is super cheap money for anywhere from 12 to 36 months. And whenever you hear this on the internet, oh, 0% interest, the real reason that the banks do that is because they think you're dumb. All right. But you're not dumb. You're smart. And if you know how to use the credit system, you're going to be able to take advantage of the 0% interest, start your business, start your cash flowing assets, buy real estate, investing, whatever it is that you want to get going. And you're going to know when to basically start to make payments on these and start to build the relationships with the banks that gave you the 0% interest to maximize the amount of funding that you can get. This is also a really powerful strategy because it can keep your personal credit score really high. If you work with us, we're going to help you set up an LLC or an S Corp, whatever you want to do, that's going to eventually have its own credit, which means that you're going to basically, first it's going to start with your personal credit. We're going to get your personal credit up. Then we're going to start an LLC, and we're going to teach you how to build the credit of that LLC to the point where it'll be its own entity and will not affect your personal credit anymore, and then teach you how to get money for your business. And this is basically when you really start to play with the big dogs, where you can start to get trade lines for your businesses, start to get credit for your businesses, start to get funding for your businesses, and you can still use the money however you want, but it will keep your own personal credit high and free, and you'll be able to really change your life. And you can use this credit any way you want to, right? We don't recommend you go and buy frivolous things with this credit, but we do recommend that you can really start to become the cornerstone of your life, become the person who changes your family's life, buys the house for their parents, is able to pay for your kids' education, like whatever you really want to do, you can use this credit to do it. And the best way that we recommend, though, is to teach you how to create multiple streams of income with this credit. And we'll get into that in a little bit, and also how to leverage it so that you can make the maximum amount.
No, I think that you hit everything, brother. It looks like, the most important thing is your personal credit. As you know, that personal credit allows you to access business credit or business funding. So you need to make sure that your personal credit stays high at all times, and we will help you get your personal credit up there if it's not there. And at the same time, help you open up businesses such as LLCs and S Corps, which you can use to access business funding with us.
All right. Why should you work with us? First of all, we're going to make this a no-brainer offer. All right. We've worked with over 100 clients, and we know how to deliver a world-class service to you. And we have a guarantee that if we don't get you at least $50,000 of credit, you don't pay it all. All right. You don't pay a penny. So literally, you invest in yourself to join this program. We're going to help you increase your credit score. We're going to get you maximum amount of funding. And if we don't get you at least $50,000, you don't pay a dime. We give it all back to you. I'll even buy you dinner and give you $1,000 just for wasting your time. Like, I promise you, like, this is where you want to be if you truly want to improve your credit and get maximum amounts of funding. And the goal is to get you way more than $50,000, especially if you stick with us and you work with us and you do the order of events. Gino's gotten himself, what's like the max you've gotten probably, Gino, like 350, 250, something like that?
Total of $350,000 worth of business credit.
Exactly. We want to get that for you. So we have this no-brainer offer, basically invest in yourself. It's like, I don't know how more simple we can do this. You pay us, we're going to increase your credit score. We're going to help you apply to get as much funding as possible. So you're literally going to 10x, if not 15, 20x the amount of money that you invest to get into this program. It's a no-brainer offer. Plus the money back guarantee should be a slam dunk. Now let's get into how this whole process basically goes down, though. So first, you need a plan, right? The big thing that I have found on all these sales calls that I've done with lots of clients over the years is like, what are you actually going to do with the money, right? Once you get all these funds, are you just going to let it sit there? Like, that is not the best way to take advantage of this, right? If you really want to change your life, you got to take risks. So what we do, first of all, you join the program, we sit down and we make a plan for every dollar that we're going to get you. If we're going to get you $50,000, we're going to put $10,000 into savings. We're going to put $20,000 into real estate, $20,000 into your business. That's going to bring you cash flow every single month. And we want to make a plan with you, though, so that you're thinking big picture, so that you understand what the goal for this whole program is going to be, so that you can actually change your life, level up your financial skills, level up your business skills, and become the person you've always wanted to be. All right. So you need to have a plan to make sure this money turns into more opportunities, and will help you strategize and make the best use of every single dollar. Number one, all right, is basically fix your personal credit, right? We will increase your credit score fast. First things first, even if your credit score is really good, like, we want to get it to the point where it is just like as high as it possibly can go. We want to max it out. We want to help you get rid of all the negative inquiries on your credit. We want to help you get rid of all the late payments you ever had, all the student loans, the hospital stuff, like whatever you got on your credit, we want to get it off there. And then we also want to help you make really good credit. So we want to buy trade lines with you.
I'll just say you want to build the credibility, right? So you want to build the credibility within your current credit report. So, it's funny because I just met with one of my credit partners, and we basically realized how powerful your personal credit is and how important it is to keep it, a squeaky clean in this sense. But that way you have the credibility whenever you go to a bank and the bank looks at your credit, regardless if you're coming to a business or you're applying as a business, they're still going to look at your personal credit. Your personal credit is your basically your report card. If you're going to university or college, this is your report card in life.
And if you're watching this and your credit is already really good, again, we're still just going to make it as high as possible. Because like, if we can get your credit, let's say you have a 700 credit score right now, if we can get it to like 750 or like touching 800 or whatever we can get it to, that's just going to be more opportunity. That's how we get you maximum amount of funding. And we're your funding partner. We're going to try and get the maximum amount possible for you. And we promise that we'll basically work as fast as humanly possible to remove your credit. There's a lot of things that go into fixing people's credit. You got to send a lot of letters to the bureau. You got to talk to the consumer rights laws, and you have to call a lot of the bureaus. Like, we're going to work directly with you, and we're going to do as much as we possibly can on your behalf, as well as on calls with you to get everything off your credit as fast as you can. You know, we've improved credit in as fast as like 45 days, sometimes 60 days, but we know the fast way to do this so that you can get where you want to go as fast as possible. Just want you to know that. All right. And the next step is we're going to help you get organized. Me and Gino like to talk a lot about this, actually. Basically, just like getting you set up before you go and get the loans, before you go and ask for funding, right? We want to set your personal credit up for success, and we want to set your business up for success. So we're going to teach you to think like the banks. Okay. This is stuff that nobody else really goes into or nobody else really tells you how to do, but you need to think like the banks before you go into these different places. Like, what would the bank want to see in order to give you money, right? So we're going to set up your personal profile correct. We're going to help you set up your LLC and your business profile the right way. Even if you already have a business, we're going to help you be found on Google. We're going to make sure that you have like a legit phone number and a good looking website, and that your bank accounts are organized so that the banks know what they're looking for. All right. And we're going to help you set it all up and set up your business accounts. And then we're going to connect you with our personal private Rolodex of banks in your area. Okay. So we've been doing this for a long time. We know that there is a system that we have to follow in order to get you the maximum amount of funding. There's certain banks that report to certain bureaus, and it has to be done in the correct order, as well as Gino's been in this game for a long time. So he knows a lot of high level people at banks that are actually going to be on a personal level. We're going to recommend them to you, and we're going to recommend the banks to basically tell the bank people about you, so that you can basically get a real relationship with a real person at the bank that's going to be giving you this kind of funding. And we're going to just get it all organized and have your file all set up so you cannot lose. Next is really just the funding. Now things actually can start to get fun. All right. So we want to basically help you get maximum amount of funding. Why do I keep saying maximum amount of funding? Because if we just get you like a $20,000 credit card, cool. But there's a real way to do this. And like, you're not going to live forever, right? You need to take advantage of the time that we have right now, because banking systems change. Anything can happen. The better that we can do it, the faster that we can do it, the more urgency that we can move with, and the more funding that we can get you, the more opportunities that you're going to have to really change your life. And that's the whole point of this program, is to get you the maximum amount of funding. I mean, imagine if you can basically get this funding, go and buy real estate, invest in your business to scale, start some new business ventures that you've always wanted to, take care of your family, change everything for you. And the way that you're going to do that is by having access to more money, because the more money that you can get, the more money you can make, the more you can turn that money into cash flowing assets, into the new life that you've always wanted to have. So what we do is we do the research on what banks are in your area to get you the best funding, because that's where we always start. We always start at your local credit unions and at the banks that are in your area. So if you're on the East Coast, it's a different bunch of banks. If you're on the West Coast, it's a bunch of banks. If you're in the Midwest, it's a different kind of bank. So we really do our research and do our due diligence before we get into this. So we make your credit look amazing, make your business profile look amazing, and then we go and we talk to the banks and we teach you how to apply the correct way. Okay. There is a correct way. This is why you need to work with us, because if you've ever tried to get funding for your business on your own, you've probably failed. Like, we've all failed. We've all screwed up. We've all tried it. We've all didn't know what we were doing. Like, there is a correct way to do this.
Yeah, I just want to touch on the maximum. The reason that we're saying maximum is because besides the profile on the personal profile and also the business profile, it's also the maximum allowable that the bank will give you. So if you know how the banks work, if you know that, oh, they look at your, let's say your checking account, see how much money you got, and then they give you a credit line based on how much money you got in your checking account, then you know that you should just put some money in there and then you can grow that account even bigger, right? So certain things that you need to know and also be able to access money to, and that you didn't have, and that being able to do that by accessing these banks, you know, their secret sauce that they have, that they basically, you know, don't keep available, or don't tell the public about. But then if you've gone through the ropes, you've gone through the hurdles like I have, you'll start to see that this is kind of the process that they go through, and they want to give you money. They want to give you money. You know why? Because they make money off giving you money. So for them, it's a priority to get you the maximum amount of money they can give you. And they want to be able to do that, but you need to be able to be ready for that. If you're not ready, if you have any kind of questionable, your address is not, let's say, an actual business address, you have you're using your residential, for example, that's a problem. You need to use addresses that are actually located in specific locations, a phone number, your business name, everything matters when you go to a bank. So you want to be able to be, play the game correctly, and that way you can get maximum funding, and the banks are going to be giving you money at a low percent interest, if not zero, and then you're able to use that to make other asset investments and things like that as well.
Yeah, and there's a way that we do it where we apply to the correct banks, and if you ever get denied for an application or something, we get it removed off your credit instantly, and then we just move on to the next one. And it's like a system, and you have to work really with us for a short period of time, but it is like the best use of your time you probably ever. You're talking to like dollars to hour. You're going to spend like a couple hours with us and walk away with 100 to plus $1,000. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's a better return on your time than that. All right, and then we're going to really get into the multiple streams of income, guys. The main thing that we teach inside of Credit Leverage X is how to leverage, okay? So we're not just going to be doing this to create another job for you. We're literally going to be doing this so that we can create leverage, create a business that cash flows day in and day out to change your life, okay? So when you do the funding program with us, we're going to increase your credit score. We're going to get you maximum amount of funding. And then you're going to get to join our community of entrepreneurs where we go into more detail on how to start real estate investing, how to start cash flowing businesses, how to do, day trading, how to get bots that'll trade crypto for you and give you a 10% on your income. Like there's so many different ways. And there's these gold zones that everybody lives in. And we're basically going to coach you on what is the best thing for you to do with your money. We're going to give you, we're not financial advisors, but we have been around the block. I've started multiple $1 million businesses. Gino is in California doing all kinds of different real estate deals, all kinds of different investing. And we can give you the sauce on what's really working and what not to do, because we don't want you to get all this money and then just go blow it and go downhill. Like we want to teach you how to change your life forever so that you never have to worry about money again, as well as create passive income so you can really spend more time doing what's important to you. Like think about spending time with your family, investing in experiences, joining mentorships, whatever is the most important thing to you. That's what we want you to be doing. And money is just a vehicle to get your time back so that you can stop worrying about it, so that you can get out of the 9-to-5 grind and get out of the rat race that society has put everybody in and start creating multiple streams of income. The other thing is, with the way the economy is going right now, you need multiple streams of income. You need to be making money from different trending things, or you need to have that passive income from real estate or affiliate marketing or any of these other sources so that you can basically have consistent income and consistent flow. When one thing goes down, you got money coming in from another place. When this thing ends or the trend is over, you still have money coming in from your other investment.
Passive income is critical, but you have to be able to take the risk. I think you mentioned the risk, and the risk is really not a risk. I would say the only reason it's called a risk is because you're using other people's money or the bank's money to invest. But the risk is only if you don't know what to do with it. That's why you have people like myself, Robert, who are going to guide you through this process and allow you to make the risk that's necessary, but also be calculated and have the risk be kind of secure in that sense, because that you're going to get a return on that investment, because we have. So it's almost like a proven factor of proven passive income systems that we're going to show you and present to you as well.
Yeah, the bulletproof, tested. We have all the coursework, but also you get to talk to us. You get to work with us. We have weekly coaching calls where we basically break down every one day a week. We talk about multiple streams of income. We talk about fixing your credit. We talk about funding. We talk about making more money and spending less money. So it's very interactive. This is my last little quote, make money work for you, or you will work for money forever. So you need to learn how to leverage. Here's some of our testimonials of clients. He's gotten over 266, 0% interest, $128,000, 0% interest, 219, 300 business. And basically we wanted to say thank you. The next step is basically go down below this video. You're going to see a calendar, book a call with us. We're basically going to break down and go over how we can get you maximum amount of funding, especially at 0% interest. And remember, this is for people that have good credit and are really looking to basically get maximum amount of funding, but we can also help you if you don't have a business and you need to improve your credit. It just takes a little bit longer, but that's pretty much all I got. Any last thoughts before we let them go?
No, so don't lose this opportunity. Take advantage of this opportunity. Make a difference in yourself and your family. Be the reason why, you never have to work again.
Yeah, exactly. So book a call if you decide to either do a phone call or a Zoom. Please show up to the phone call, respect our time. We're going to respect yours, and we're really just going to deliver you tons and tons of value. And this is a game-changing opportunity if you really want to change your life, but it has to start now. You have to take action today if you want to have the results tomorrow. And the other thing that I really want just to like let everybody know is this opportunity isn't going to be around forever. The banks might change, the economic systems might change. So you need to start right now. You need to really put on your, like feel that urgency inside of you to get something done, to change your life. Otherwise, you're just going to go back to what you've been doing. And if you go back to what you've been doing, then you're just going to be exactly where you are today. If you take advantage of this right now, in the next 3 to 6 months, your entire life could change. And I know you hear this probably a lot on the internet, but this is the path to freedom. You have to basically start by first improving your credibility, become somebody who's credible. And we're going to teach you how to have the right mindset and how to make a plan. Then we're going to basically get you the money that you never had before. We're going to get you the 50,000, 100,000, whatever it is, like the maximum amount that we can get you. We're going to get that for you so that you can take advantage of your uniqueness, your own work ethic, your own vision, your own dreams, and make that happen. This is a path to freedom. And I just can't tell you how excited I am to work with you and how pumped up I am to make this your reality. So book a call down below, and I look forward to talking with you.